Yo, what is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to News Essence. Today we're going to be going over some of the best topics and articles for the day and for yesterday as well. And trust me, guys, there was a lot of cool stuff to go over. NIS America went on just a Nintendo Switch killing spree. Seriously, 9 games announced in their live stream last night. And shout outs to all the PE Ninja, the Fire Nation over there on Twitch who are watching me live in terms of my live reaction to the NIS press event. It was a lot of fun. A lot of you guys came out. Seriously, it was a great time. So thank you to all of you guys who stayed up late and watched that with me, because it was pretty late. A lot of you guys were telling me it was 5 a.m., it was 2 a.m., it was 3 a.m., all sorts of times from around the world. So thank you guys so much for staying up late and watching it with me. But yo, we definitely were in for a big one here because there were a ton of Nintendo Switch announcements. We're gonna go over some of those games. I'm gonna go over my key takeaways from that event because I thought it was a great event. But also, we even have some bigger news potentially in terms of what you're looking for when it comes to Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo has stated that the Nintendo Switch Online will be worth the wait. Yo, hold up. Can we put 2 and 2 together just for a second? The Nintendo Switch Online will be worth the wait. So Nintendo saying that it'll be worth the wait for online. Nintendo's never touted their online capabilities when it comes to things, but it seems like they're saying, hey, you guys are gonna want this, especially for the next announcement. And this came at a recent investor briefing when they discussed like what's going down with the online. I mean, there was many questions, but that was one of the questions that one of the investors asked them about it. Tatsumi Kimishima gave his normal business answer, like he said, in terms of, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to offer these products. We need to make sure that we sell it to these people as far as what they want. And then Shinya Takahashi, who's one of the architects of the Nintendo Switch, also added in, hey, like, just chill out, wait for our next announcement. It'll be worth it. So we're going to get into both of these first, and we're going to start off with the announcements from NIS America. There were a ton of different games, 9 that I counted in total, ranging from independent games all the way to bigger games like Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana in terms of new trailers and things like that. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So in terms of the games that we already knew about, there were a number of games that got new trailers. For example, SNK Heroines, the Tag Team Frenzy game, got a brand new costume trailer and things like that. That game is coming over this summer. In addition to that, Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana, a game that we're all really excited about. A lot of you guys have expressed interest in this game. I'm super excited about it as well. That game also got a summer release date once again, so something that we already knew in terms of release window, I should say more like it. But it got a new story trailer as well. Plus there's some information on DLCs and things like that. But that game we already did know about. But I do want to go over some of the new announcements as well. Toho Genso Wanderer Reloaded, that's coming to the West on the Nintendo Switch. Happy Birthday is coming to the West this summer on the Nintendo Switch. Fallen Legion Rise to Glory, there's a brand new trailer, and the release date is set for May 29th, right around that time if I'm not correct. Penny Punching Princess was delayed a little bit, but it is coming out this April when it comes to North America. I know Europe might be a little bit sooner than that. The Longest 5 Minutes, that game's also coming to Nintendo Switch. That game's launching pretty soon here. Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk was also announced for the Nintendo Switch, and it's coming to the West in 2018. That seems to be more like a fall title. So a lot of different games here that they talked about. I counted up 9 in terms of games that we already knew about and a few different announcements. The big thing from this in terms of my own opinion, in terms of the big takeaways, was Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana, the brand new story trailer. That looked amazing. In addition to Fallen Legion Rise to Glory, that game looks like Valkyrie Profile, and I love the way that that game looks. It just looks so smooth and ready to go and to play. And also the Labyrinth game, the Refrain, the Covenant one, that one also looks really cool too. That is a PS Vita game that was ported over to the PS4. Now it's coming to the Nintendo Switch, and I think it's coming to the system, man. It's coming to the system that's right. Fits so perfectly for a lot of these NIS games because NIS games are never the biggest graphically. They're not trying to push all these different things at you. They really focus on gameplay. They focus on RPG mechanics. They focus on stories, and I think that's the reason why people love NIS games. This is the reason why I was so hyped about this event because yes, I already know we're not going to get Destiny graphics or anything like that, but people who play NIS games aren't looking for that. They're looking for great games to play that they can pick up, get lost in, get deep into the mechanics in terms of RPGs. And NIS, in my opinion, does one of the best jobs at this when it comes to Japanese RPG mechanics. Seriously, there's a lot of mechanics in some of the games that are better than a lot of the bigger AAA games out there, in my opinion. The Fallen Legion, the Rise to Glory, that game is just looking so amazing. They even trolled us at the end of the live stream with the announcement of the Labyrinth game that was on PS Vita and then on PS4, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. They trolled us because they're like, all right, bye. And then they came back to show that last game coming to Nintendo Switch. So this is great support, guys, to get 9 games from one developer or one publisher, 9 games on the Nintendo Switch. A lot of Japanese developers say that they're going to be going all in on the Switch, and we're starting to see that. We're starting to see some big things, and Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana was probably the cherry on top for me. It was like the, okay, here we go, because we got that brand new story trailer that just looked great. It's one of the bigger games that NIS America does. They pretty much had to go and get it from Falcom. They got it. They're going to be publishing it here, and I think that it's going to pay off for them big time because a lot of people are excited about this. This could be a 500,000 to million unit seller, somewhere in that range. I think it will be, just because we've seen games that do that, like for example Street Fighter and Bomberman. There's been other games that are on the smaller end that I think that are a little bit smaller than Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana actually do better than those numbers that I just talked about. And Ys 8 is a great game, so I can see it launching and having a lot of success on the Nintendo Switch. On top of that, we're going to get the localization changes. We're going to get some nice DLC. We're going to get the portable play. I think it's a perfect game when it comes to that action RPG style. It's been a minute since we've gotten something like this on the Nintendo Switch in terms of the Ys franchise. It's been a while, so I'm really happy to see it return on the Nintendo Switch when it comes to coming back to a Nintendo system. So overall, I was hyped. I was excited about the different announcements here. A lot of great RPGs. That's my favorite genre. The Fallen Legion game, obviously launching this May. That's exciting too. So those were kind of my big takeaways. Also, the SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy looks absolutely fantastic. It seems like a game that you can pick up and play, but at the same time still needs a lot of strategy because you do share the HP bar and like the SP gauge or something like that. So you don't have your own HP gauge. You actually have to share. So you have like a blood contract with your sisters in battle. So that's awesome, man. I think that's going to create a really unique dynamic, almost like the Pokemon trainer. You guys remember that in Super Smash Bros. Brawl? You share the percentage bar there. So you share it and you have to really strategize and plan around that when it comes to your combat and tactics. So I'm really looking forward to that. So let me know what you guys think about NIS's event. If you like it, if you like NIS games. I know these games aren't for everyone out there, but I really enjoyed the show, especially if you like RPGs. This one was definitely for you, and especially with the Nintendo Switch being able to play it portably. I mean, this company is still developing on the PS Vita. There were like 3 or 4 different PS Vita announcements, and many of these games started out on PS Vita. So if it's on PS Vita and then going to PS4, Switch is absolutely perfect for that because you cut out the middleman. You cut out the 2 different systems there, and you can just get one system, get both of the benefits when it comes to PS Vita and the PlayStation 4. So I really like what they're doing here, and I'm excited for the game. So what were your big takeaways from the NIS America press event last night? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, moving into the next topic here, we're going to be discussing Nintendo saying that the Nintendo Switch's online is worth the wait. Now, I already set it up a little bit in terms of what they're going to be talking about, but I want to get into the actual details here as far as what Shinya Takahashi had to say, who's one of the architects of the Nintendo Switch, and also Tatsumi Kimishima, who is the big man over at Nintendo himself. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is a question about Nintendo Switch Online. The official start of the service has been significantly delayed. Has anything changed during the extended development period? Also, how do you plan to popularize the service? Here's what Tatsumi Kimishima had to say on the matter. We view the paid online service as one component of our efforts to diversify how our games are played and to get people to play more of our games. This is why we want to apply substantial resources to the online service, with the thinking that we will devote our energies to making this a pay-for service. As for how we plan to popularize this service, it is less about the mechanism and more a question of what kind of products we can offer, and the spread of the service will depend on whether consumers want what we offer. Please give us a bit more time to announce more details about the service. I think that the announcement will convey to you how we plan to popularize the service. Shinya Takahashi also chimed in by saying this: we have some ideas about how to make the Nintendo Switch Online appealing when it becomes a for-pay service. So I think our next announcement will be worth the wait. And I think that's what everyone is talking about here. That is the buzz. It will be worth the wait. What will be worth the wait? Putting Nintendo and online and worth the wait? Nintendo has never made an online that was ever worth the wait. They've all been free. They've all been lackluster when it comes to certain features, and they've gotten the job done. Don't get me wrong. You can go online and play some Mario Kart Wii back in the day. That was fun. It got the job done. Same goes for Mario Kart on the Wii U. But just some of the extra features that people like on other systems, for example, stuff like built-in voice chat, stuff like built-in messaging, those have been somewhat been there, but then somewhat not, or non-existent when it comes to Nintendo Switch. There's no way to message anybody. There's no way to have built-in voice chat. You got to use a separate app. And that's what people have been having problems with. But looking at this here, when it comes to their online, they're making you pay for it. Nintendo's big thing when it comes to paying for the online, and I think this was at an interview back with Reggie Fils-Aimé talking about how people used to knock the online. He's like, hey, well, now we're investing in this. And they've talked about this multiple times about making that investment, actually making something off of it. Nintendo's always taken the cheap route because they wanted to have free online. Well, free online is never really going to be good online unless you're doing Steam, and Steam is not like consoles. It's not the same thing. You're not going to get the same cost. People are operating off PCs. It's a completely different structure what you have to go through, and a lot of the developers on their own offer their own servers or offer their own peer-to-peer networks or connections. So it's a completely different thing here. So when it comes to consoles, people have to pay. Microsoft and Sony, you're paying up to $60 for this online play, and I guarantee a lot of you guys probably wouldn't care if it had like free online and then maybe you have to pay extra for the features. People just be like, skip it. I'm using Discord if I can get free online play in terms of gameplay. So I feel that Nintendo, whatever this paid service has to be, or whatever their paid service is doing, it's going to have to come out swinging. It's going to have to come out and offer that voice chat. It's going to have to offer that messaging. And it's going to have to offer some unique Nintendo quirks, maybe some themes, maybe some achievements, maybe some other things. It looks like they're setting up for more than just the norm. Because why would they be saying stuff like, oh, it'll be worth the wait to Nintendo for what? Voice chat? For messaging? That's just standard stuff that you can do on Discord right now that people that play on the Nintendo Switch are already taking advantage of. Is it worth $20? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? It just depends on how much you want voice chat built into the system, or how much you want it standard, or if you can use Discord, or you can use your phone, or whatever the case is. But I think that it has to be more than that. Voice chat and messaging isn't just the Nintendo type of deal where they say, okay, this is what we're going to do, and we're charging you guys, plus the online play. Now, Tatsumi Kimishima was very clear in saying, like, look, like, hey, we need to offer products. It's not about the mechanism, but it's about the products. So games, what games are going to be out to where we can really drive home the point that you need to buy this service in order to take advantage of these cool features and these games. And that's the biggest thing that I think that Tatsumi Kimishima and Nintendo in general is going to do. That's why you're seeing a lot more games have online play. That's why you're seeing a lot more first-party games have competitive online play. Nintendo's getting into those genres a lot more than they did with the Wii U. Whereas with the Nintendo Switch, they pretty much had Splatoon, they had ARMS, they had major online games within the first 6 months of launch. So that's something that they know that they wanted to hit on very early. So what else is coming? Some people are saying that Smash Brothers could be coming with this online. Maybe that's worth the wait. Maybe that's worth the announcement. You know, it could be that. So there's all sorts of stuff. Some people have already said that out there. Now, I don't think it necessarily needs a game to launch with, but maybe it is. Maybe that's worth the wait. Maybe that's worth the announcement in terms of what you can do, because Smash Brothers on the Wii U, the online, while it's serviceable, it definitely needs some upgrades from what they've got before. So what do you guys think about all this different news here when it comes to NIS blowing out the Nintendo Switch when it comes to games? Nintendo's saying that the online service will be worth the wait. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emails via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below. Consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you for the next video. Peace.